Hey James, Jessica Peterson here. Earlier I spoke with Vicky and she thought you would be the one to want to watch this video. So today I just want to go over just a few things that you guys can start doing online to start bringing in more and more customers every month. I'm not sure if you know, but your online presence and website can be like an online virtual ATM machine for you guys if it's done the right way. So today we need to go over something called citations. Then we need to go over content and finally backlinks. Um, and before we get started on the process, I am having a little bit of trouble with you guys. So the information I had, the number I called, is this number here with this address. Okay. Um, but the website for this brings me here. But this website is for Pasadena, Texas, and servicing different Texas areas. Your Yelp page is Pasadena, California. And even when I Google when I try to Google your business name, I'm not finding you. When I put in your phone number and address, I am getting a little bit from Google here. I do see that you have that Yelp page we just looked at, and you're on MapQuest, both under Pasadena Water Damage and the Flood Fighters. So I'm really trying to understand what your business name is, who you guys are, where you guys are, to be able to do this the best way possible. Um, so I'm just gonna have to kind of wing it here. So if something is off, I apologize. I usually have this dialed in a lot better. But there's a lot of confusion here, so I do question how you guys are getting your leads currently. Are you under a program of some kind? Because I'm not finding much information online about you guys. So if I can't find you online, I know your customers can't find you. And honestly, the customer journey starts with a search, and they're not even going to be looking for your name. Okay. So when a customer needs your services, they're going to put in a keyword, a key phrase, or even questions related to that service. They're not going to search your business name because they're not even going to know who you are. So your business has to show up where your customers are searching, and that is online on Google. Okay, and there's three spots on Google that your business can have good placements in. Okay, so the very first section is always going to be ads. That can be Google cost per click ads and even local service ads. But honestly, only about 10% of people click through on those ads. So more importantly is going to be the second section here, and this is called the Google Business Profile or the Google Map Pack. Your goal needs to be in this top three section for each of your services and keywords, because 30% of people come straight to the maps and don't go anywhere else. And so if you're not one of these top three companies, you're leaving money on the table, and you're sending every single one of your potential customers to your competition. So um, you definitely need to have a Google business profile. I'm not finding one for you guys. You guys need to not only build one, but optimize it so you can get in this top three for your services, so you're not leaving money on the table. Now, there are several factors that will go into optimizing that profile to get it to the top. And one of the biggest factors is something called citations, which is simply the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, Yelp, Glassdoor, the Better Business Bureau, and even having social media pages for that business. Now, you do need a ton of these citations. You're always going to need more than whatever your competitor's doing. But you need a lot of these because these are sprawled throughout the entire internet, and every single one sends signals to Google. These are trust signals. They're telling Google who you are, what your business is about, what type of services you offer, um, where you offer those services. So that way, when somebody's doing a search in that area, Google can put them in front of you so they can contact you. So it's really important that you have those citations. According to Google, the top 3 in the map pack have at least 150 or more of those citations on average. So you're going to need at least 150 citations to get up here. And then once you create the profile and get it up here, you have to maintain it. Do not just set it and forget it. You need to be optimizing it every month, adding new photos every month and new updates. And then this last section here, this is your Google business. I'm sorry, not Google business. This is your, why am I going blank? This section here is called the organic section. So 60 to 70% of people come straight to the organics and don't go anywhere else. So you have to have your business listed here in the organics on the first page of Google, not just for your business name, but for each of your services and all the areas that you service. This is really critical because, like I said, 60 to 70% of people will skip everything else. And so you guys not being here, you're already losing out on 60 to 70% of people searching for your business here, and also 30% of people up there. So you're missing out on almost 100% of people searching for your services right now. How you get here has to do with how your website is performing. So if your website was actually this website here in Texas, I can kind of walk you through what you would need to do. This website here is a decent website. It has separate pages for major services, which is needed, and it has separate location pages. So Google doesn't rank websites based on appearance. It is based on content, and content is key. You need a ton of content. So having these separate service pages and service area pages for your services are extremely critical because it allows you to write content about that one specific service and use those local keywords. People are actively searching for your services. So Google needs every single page to be about that one service, except for your homepage. Your homepage is the most important page of an entire website. It needs a ton of content, both in photos and in written content. You need 150 words for every keyword you're going to target. And you need to understand that keywords have multiple variations. So you might have Pasadena water damage restoration Pasadena. If you're servicing Los Angeles area, you're going to have water damage restoration Los Angeles, right? So you're going to have multiple variations because people search differently. So you need to utilize and capitalize on those various search terms. So you really have to dial in your keyword strategy and write your content based around that. These guys here are doing keyword stuffing. Every line has this water damage restoration in Pasadena. You don't want to do that. Google frowns on that and can actually hide your website because of that. So it needs to be naturally spread out through the content. And your content shouldn't just be information in your face. It should be relatable to your customer, conversational. That is what Google's looking for. Because Google has little robots that scroll the internet and look through your website. And they use that to look at your content to try and understand who you are, what you're about, so that they can actually put customers and send customers to you. So if you don't have a website and it's not properly optimized, you don't have the right content, Google can't send you any business at all. So it is really important that, one, that you do have a website, two, that you have it properly built and optimized with the right pages, location pages, that your homepage has the right content, and all your pages have the right content. But your homepage does need at least 1,500 words of content or more. And if your competitors have 1,500, you're going to need 1,800 words. Okay. So you need to have a ton of content because that's the only way Google can index you for your keywords and help you to rank for them. Keywords have to be repeated in exact match at least 3 times to even get picked up to be indexed. And if you're in the Los Angeles area, Pasadena, your top competitor here is ServPro. And ServPro, yes, is a franchise, but they are also very beatable. Franchises have their hands tied. The franchisees get these generic pages that they cannot optimize for their area. They can't focus on their own unique strategies. But you can. So you guys have the advantage. So you guys need to have a website that built around that content. You just need to do better than what your competition's doing, better than what ServPro is doing. So better content, more images, and then support your website with SEO, which then brings us to your backlinks. So this report is based on the website in Texas. They have 0 trust in Google. That's a 0 out of 100. Google doesn't trust the website. They don't like the content. And it has to also do with the power. So a website, just like everything else, has to be powered up from some type of power source. And in this case, we have to use backlinks to send power. It gives authority in Google. So you need tons of backlinks. You always need more than your competition. But you need to understand that not all backlinks are created equal. You only want to go after the do follow backlinks that are most related to your business and the services that you offer. So they can be from other home service based businesses, vendors, and things like that. You want to stay away from junky, irrelevant ones that have nothing to do with you. So a backlink for Pizza Hut would actually be spammy and would hurt you, versus you could have one from Home Depot and it would give you a big boost. Basically, it's like these people saying, hey, this restoration company is absolutely amazing. You need to send them customers. Okay. So we need to have a lot of power. And so you're going to have to get a lot of backlinks there. And this company has only been indexed for 16 keywords and gets 0 traffic. Now, if we're looking at, let's see, the Houston area, if they're servicing the Houston area, there's a ton of volume here. Just water damage. Okay, just in water damage, there's a ton of volume. The same with the Los Angeles area. So Los Angeles, if you were if we look just at Los Angeles and water damage only, there's over 1,000 searches every single month. So you can just imagine if you optimize your entire website, all of your pages, all of your services, and all the areas you serve, how much potential volume you have coming into you, and how many jobs you would have every month. You guys would be booked out every single month. Now, if we looked at the competition in Los Angeles here, that was the ServPro. They have a really powerful website. You're not competing against the whole website, but that website does help power everything else. Like we talked about before, we need a lot of power here. So they've been indexed for 59 keywords, and they're getting over 700 people to their website. So it's really, really critical that you're going to have to dial in what's happening for you guys online, your website, your online profile, Google business profile. You need those citations. You need a website. Make sure that it's properly optimized with the right content, and then support it with SEO. And you guys have the opportunity to do really well in your area, not just compete, but even dominate. You can absolutely do all of these things yourself starting today. But if you'd like to see it start happening faster, that is our specialty here at Peterson SEO, and we'd be happy to work with you. If you have any questions or you'd like to book an appointment, feel free to reach out, respond to my email, or give us a call. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.